Well, let's get the editor's take, right? RBI policy decision today. Latha is here with what to expect. Latha, over to you.
Well, a rate cut is expected, and the question in the market really is, or kya? Because rate cut is so much discounted that now people are starting to expect a double rate cut. That is, a 50 bips. Then the CRR cut is not expected, but the market will very closely watch what he says about liquidity. Because does he say, I will give liquidity as required, or will I keep the market surplus, the interbank market surplus in liquidity? That's all the difference between adequate liquidity and ample liquidity. Ample will, of course, make banks extremely happy. It'll bring rates down faster. And then does he indicate a rate cut in April? So if not double rate cut, does he indicate a rate cut in April? Would be another question. Would he sound that dovish? The other things, non-rate things, would be the credit deposit ratio. The Reserve Bank has been warning depositors not running as fast as credit. Your credit deposit ratio is too high. Will they now say, okay, now we are happy. The credit deposit ratio has reached the level of comfort. If they say that, again, banks will be more emboldened to give loans thereafter and push up the credit growth. Then the other three big regulatory rules, LCR, higher liquidity for unstable deposits, liquidity coverage ratio, new rules for provisioning for project financing, and expected credit loss accounting. Those are the three things waiting to happen. If he says they are postponed for now, and we are going to discuss more, which is what they are expecting him to say, because these are peacetime proposals, structural reforms. You don't do it when things are a bit like they are in the external front. So that is also an expectation. And finally, whether he says that the risk weights on bank loans to NBFCs, which was raised from 100 to 125 percentage points in November 2023, is that lowered? That's another thing which the market will watch out for. Now, my two-bit, I think it will be a single rate cut because, look at what's happening in the rupee. If you assure ample liquidity, surplus liquidity and two cuts, it becomes easier to short the rupee. It's cheaper to short the rupee. And I don't think, he can swing so much from the December policy. My sense is that he will take one step at a time. He will definitely clarify that I'm waiting for more reaction on LCR rules and ECL rules. So they are not going to start. The LCR is not starting on April 1. That will be a categorical assertion. On this risk weight for NBFC loans, which they take from banks, I doubt he'll do it that early. I mean, after all, unsecured loans have been a problem. So my sense is that will be postponed for another day, if that. So we have to wait and see how much of this happens. I think a rate cut is priced in. The market will rise a little. But if it's anything more than that, then the market will rise much more.
Absolutely. And, we'll hear from the governor on a variety of issues, as Latha said.
Initially, banks will have a negative.
My worry is if he surprises us, because the market's so primed to get that 25 bips. If for whatever reason he decides to hold, let's not even think about it.
Let's see.